the one of the thing that you mentioned about starting the ePlane company is not sustainability but affordability, right? So when I was doing some research, I was going through the numbers. So you had talked about engineering components for 1/50th the cost of competitors. That is the rupees 2000 propeller versus $100,000 example. But there is a deeper insight there. If a ePlane is affordable, it scales faster, which means higher impact. So can you unpack the economic mechanisms, and how does affordability translate into climate impact?
It's not as if like sustainability is something that we don't want to worry about.
Yeah.
So the way I feel Indians actually do this is they bother about the pocket as much as they bother about the planet. So inherently, any new tech that we do, first of all, has to be affordable in the face. But the underlying theme should be, it should not be unsustainable to the planet, right? That's something that we have to cover. How does it actually translate into economics and the ecological impact is these planes, the eVTOLs, are actually going to be a new industry that straddles between automobiles on the ground and the conventional aviation. There are millions of cars that actually come out of factories per year, whereas the number of planes is of the order of, let us say, about 2000, right? So although, you could argue that, cars are actually taking only 4 people or 4 to 5 people, whereas, planes are taking about 150 people. Planes are actually at a lower scale when compared to cars. So if you're now looking at a economy that we are going to bring in, which is the eVTOLs, the electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft that would serve as our ambulances, taxis, and so on, even our cargo and all that. A typical trip that everybody takes today in like a typical Indian city, like a Bangalore or a Bombay or a Delhi or any of those very crowded cities, let's say you're doing like a 20-kilometer ride or a 30-kilometer ride. That's a very typical distance that people get stuck in traffic in congestion. It takes anywhere around 1 to 2 hours. And we are talking about committing that particular distance in about 10 minutes. So which essentially means that where a ground taxi or a ground car, a vehicle takes about 1.5 to 2 hours to do a particular trip, I would have done 6 trips.
Right.
5 to 6 times more passengers during the same time. And imagine through the day, I actually do about 30 trips, whereas a car does only about 6 trips. If I'm actually moving so many people and all of that stuff in a carbon efficient manner, I'm actually now impacting the mobility in a very clean manner when compared to, and how is that possible was because I actually had to make it affordable to begin with.